What it do, what it do, what it do. What's going on, y'all? It's your favorite two. I don't know. We got to come up with like a good nickname or something like that. But it's your boy Joe Castro. I'm here with my brother Shy, and it is episode 2 of the Breaking Philly podcast, brother. How are you doing, man? How's your day going so far?
I'm doing well, man. It's a nice, sunny, hot ass day. Hot ass day.
Yep.
Allergies
Yep.
whooping my ass, man. But we in here, we striving, we thriving. How about yourself, man?
I can't complain, man. Like you said, it is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day whenever we get to wake up. We are blessed. We are lucky to have the platforms we have, the people that we have, and the team that we have, bro. So I want to start right off, and I want to ask you. I'm sure you have. Did you see the picture of Devontae Smith slam dunking at his little Christian Gonzalez charity game? Did you see the pictures of Devontae Smith? He looking jacked, bro.
You looking
He
big.
looking jacked.
I love to see it. He putting on that dare weight because he know that position is there for him now. So I'm man,
Yeah,
this season, bro. Man, he finna go off. I know he finna go off. And even even he who shall not be named said that he gonna guard him out the NFC.
exactly.
Ain't nobody finna guard him in the NFC. And I'm so excited to see what he does with this opportunity. Long overdue, long overdue. Been following him on YouTube, early morning wake ups, workouts, get in, get out, and he put on that size. It's gonna be a monster year for Devontae Smith.
Yeah, and I think it's somebody said online they were like, it would it. I think it might have been like Lord Brunson or something like that, but somebody said it online and they were like, he was chosen to be that guy. When we drafted him because he could be that wide receiver number one. We didn't
Yeah,
draft him because we thought, all right, well, we're going to draft him. Then next year, we're going to go get AJ Brown. And then, he'll just be a great number two. And that'll be what he'll be for the rest of his career. We knew that we thought probably sooner than now, right, that he would have to take over the reins as that number one guy. He kind of did in his rookie year, but we didn't really have all the pieces together. So it wasn't the offense that it is now. Obviously, you didn't have the coaching staff in place and all that. And Jalen Hurts was definitely not the quarterback that he
agreed.
is now. So it's very interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see how things work because we talked about prior to the going live that there's not much news. We have a lot of interviews and we have a lot of, people saying stuff, but there's not much news. One thing I will say maybe is newsworthy is what Lane Johnson was saying. Now, I don't know if you saw what Lane Johnson said, but he was talking about how he's very excited for this offense and how this offensive line blocking scheme is going to work under Sean Mannion. So I want to ask you because I feel like we're not talking enough about what Saquon Barkley can be in this offense. Obviously, we're excited to see what Devontae can be. What are you expecting out of Saquon Barkley moving forward?
Man, I'm expecting 2024 Saquon Barkley.
Uh huh.
Return, bring that thing back. We got a healthy offensive line. We got someone who's actually calling plays to put this team in a position to actually win football games. Not running just to run the ball, like dumbass Kevin Patullo said. Not running to just run the ball. He's gonna scheme Saquon open, and they said this entire OTAs, excuse me, these entire OTAs, they focused on him being a catcher out of the backfield. So I'm thinking Saquon, he's not gonna get the 2K. I would love for him to get to 2K. I'm always optimistic about my boy, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna go over 1,600 yards this year. Him and Tank Bigsby. They actually said that Tank Bigsby is a better
Pass catcher.
the better pass catcher, and he fits
Yeah.
better in Sean Mannion style offense. So I have a
Yeah.
feeling that we might have another two headed
Uh-huh.
dragon in Philadelphia. So if he can run this the right way, set things up, and the offensive line stays healthy, it's going to be a hell of a year for our running backs. Saquon Barkley, I'm saying now, at least 1,600 yards. Tank Bigsby, if they run the right way, running back two, let's say about 800, 900 yards. And then number three, that's a toss up. Probably going to be Damian Pierce. I think Will Shipley kind of gets booted out there. But I think that all our running backs are going to be put in a position to succeed in this Sean Mannion's offense. And I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to
Yeah,
see it.
I'm gonna jump off a ledge. I don't care. I think Saquon can hit 2K. Maybe not rushing yards, but I think all-purpose yards.
All
He
purpose
definitely
yards.
can do it. If they realistically are trying to make this, which I think they are, if they're trying to make this an offense that moves quickly and it moves through your running backs, there's no doubt in my mind that he could hit 2K all-purpose yards. And I'm talking like 14 on the rushing yards, maybe another 500-600 yards pass catching, like and even maybe we'll see. I don't know, but I do think that you can maneuver it and make that happen. I do agree that Tank Bigsby, I think, is, and we talked about it last week where I said that he would be a big part of what this offense is moving forward. I think he can be a huge part of what this team is, not just this year, but next year as well, and moving forward from there. Because Sean Mannion, I know a lot of people want to see Nick gone, but I don't think he's going anywhere, and I don't think Sean Mannion is going to go anywhere anytime soon either. I think they're going to build something beautiful. But Shy, I got to take my wins when I can, so I'm going to take this dub real quick. Shout out to Hilltime Sports. He says, was
Yes,
watching
sir.
the stream last night, or the last stream, excuse me. Joe makes a good point. I love the sound of that. Sirianni isn't the X's and O's guy, but I don't think anyone handles 2024 like he did, and it's a big reason why they won.
That's my boy right there. What's up, my guy? I appreciate you
I
tuning
like
in and
him
watching
too. I
this.
like him.
He's very he'll give you the facts, but he will lean towards the positive. So I respect it. Me, I'm always he's gonna give you the
Not
positive.
screw that.
Yeah,
Screw
yeah.
that. Not. I mean, you know how I feel about it. But I had to read that, so yeah, I felt good reading that. Shout out to Christopher as well. He says
What
Smith
up,
gonna set
Chris?
records.
He will.
I,
Dude, I'm thinking Jay. Everyone. I've been saying this in almost. I said this in like 5 videos. I said Devontae Smith is gonna have a JSN type year. JSN type year because he was not the man in Seattle until DK Metcalf left.
Mhm.
He had to go to Pittsburgh for him to get a shot. Devontae Smith is gonna have that same type of year. They're not the same type of receiver by any means, but they kind of have the same game. They're not big, they're slender, and they're slick route runners. So I believe, and I'm calling it. It's gonna be a JSN type year, and I believe it's a contract year. It's a contract year for
Yeah, for
Devontae Smith,
Smitty.
and he underpaid
Yeah,
3 years 75 million when everybody else is getting upwards. I think Jamar Chase is upwards of 40. Um, JSN upwards of 40. Drake London upwards of 40. Christian Watson upwards of 40. When I'm just like, in my opinion, Christian Watson is not worth. I think what he get 120. He's not worth that.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
not worth that money because he's never been healthy.
Even
Green
Alec
Bay doesn't
Pierce.
really have
Alec
him.
Pierce got paid.
Hmm?
Alec Pierce got paid out the
Oh yeah, he got
wazoo
hella
too. I
paid.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that money came from.
Sign
I,
me.
I it's weird because like I feel like Devontae Smith has shown, especially in big games, he's shown what he can be. He's shown how important he is to this offense, even with a Devontae Smith, and I mean even with an AJ Brown. And I'm not saying this because he's gone. Obviously, it's easier to say it now that he is. But you can look at some of these games and be like, bro, AJ would not be eating as close to as much as he is if he didn't have somebody like
No,
Devontae
he's
Smith
not
across from him. So
because you
I
can't
think
have
that
both.
exactly. And not only that, you have to fear more of the field when it comes to a guy like Devontae Smith. You have to fear more of the field when it comes to a guy like Makai Lemon.
Hmm.
AJ Brown was doing a couple of routes, and he's very elite at those routes. And I'm not going to take that away. But he was doing a couple of routes. You don't have to worry about him being in the slot. You don't have to worry about him moving
Yeah,
around and trying to outrun your guys. So, don't
those
get me
get
wrong.
shallow throws.
Exactly. And don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh, losing AJ Brown makes us a way better team. Losing the attitude definitely does. Losing churlishness, it definitely does. But this is a different team. So I think that when people look at Devontae Smith and they say, oh, he can't be that number one guy. Yes, he definitely can. He
He,
definitely
he
can. And he
will.
definitely has. In my opinion, he's shown that he can be that guy over and over again. So I'm excited about this offense. He could set records. He definitely could. Hilltime said he's going to have a Djax year on steroids. I would love that.
I believe it. And the fact
I
that
would
AJ
love
Brown is
that.
gone, dude, it's like it opens up the offense for so many people, dude. Like we already said Smitty is number one. Point blank period. But you got so many other people vying for that number two and
Mhm.
number three spot. I think we got like 10 wide receivers on the roster right now.
Oh,
And
God.
they're
Yeah.
all and they're all competing, dude. And I can't wait to see who actually comes out of it. So I'm thinking Smitty, of course, is gonna be number one. Makai, I'm about to say Makai Becton. Bring him back, by the way. Makai Lemon definitely gonna be either two or three. And this, from what we saw from OTAs, it's a toss up, dude, between Dontavian Wicks and Hollywood Brown. Everyone's saying that Dontavian Wicks is a lock for that second spot. I've been loving what I've seen from Hollywood Brown. He ain't lost a step. The quickness,
Yeah.
the agility, the tendency to get in and out of the pocket so fast. I just can't wait to see it. So having AJ Brown gone, it sucks because you lose that talent, you lose that production. but we got so much other talent on this team to kind of like bridge that gap, and I just can't wait to see it. Smitty finna eat, Makai Lemon finna eat, his
Uh-huh.
crazy ass finna eat, and whoever gonna take that third wide receiver spot finna eat. And Sean Mannion runs multiple wide receiver sets, so who knows? We might keep all of them. We might keep
I
everybody, but I'm so excited to see, man, where is it gonna go?
I like Dontavian Wicks. I really do. I like Dontavian Wicks. I love Hollywood Brown as well, but I like them for different things. I think that Hollywood Brown is more of we're gonna throw you right into the fire. We feel confident to just throw you right into the fire. We know we can ask you to do certain things, and you're gonna go and do those. I think with a Dontavian Wicks, you're more, we're going to take a little bit of time with you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like you might not necessarily get the full role that we want you to have until maybe midway through the season or something like that. I think he's more of not, I don't want to say project because I think he's a good wide receiver, but he's more of a, we're going to try and mold you into what we want you to do and what we want you to be. So I don't think we're going to rush him. But Hollywood Brown, I think, gives you a lot of the similar things, more speed, in my opinion, than Dontavian Wicks. But he gives you that twitchy movement that Wicks gives you. He gives you that long speed that he gives you. So I think that he can just go right in right now. So I think they're kind of interchangeable. That's what I'm trying to get at. I think once Wicks is fully ready, Hollywood Brown is kind of not going to be as necessary. When you look at a guy like Cooper, that's who I'm really Darius Cooper and Johnny Wilson is who
Johnny Wilson.
I'm really like interested to see what's gonna happen with them because I'm high on Johnny Wilson. I
So
think
am
he
I.
could be a baller in this league. So and Cooper has shown some things. You know what I'm saying? I will say we are Eagles fans and we fall in love with our practice squad guys, but it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very interesting to see who of those guys stick around. And I think there's even more guys. I'm sure we're forgetting about people, but like it's
Um,
you have
Danny
a good
Gray.
problem.
I think but
Danny
Danny
Gray
Gray,
from SMU,
Elijah
yeah.
Moore. Oh, Eagles
Elijah
legend
Moore.
Wes Watkins. Get his ass off the team.
Quez, I love Quez. I'm gonna say one thing. You don't know because we haven't been streaming too long together. I'm good friends with Quez's trainer, and I love Quez. Like I've talked to Quez. He's such a good person, so I'm blindly faithful to Quez Watkins. I won't lie and act like he deserves to be on our roster, but I love Quez. So if you're watching this, dog, just get better. Prove him wrong this year. All right,
Please
yeah,
prove me
prove
wrong.
him wrong.
I
He
would love
has
to.
good
I would
speed.
love for him to prove me wrong. He's a speed guy, and sometimes when he had those moments, he kind of fell a little short. Maybe
That's the whole thing.
being a travel man amongst the NFL maybe a change. So if he come back and he put numbers up and he does better than he did last time, that's all I ask.
Yeah, maybe being with somebody like Hollywood Brown will kind of help him too. I mean, it's kind of similar play styles. I don't know. I'm caping a little bit too hard for him right now, but it is what it is. Shout out to Moondust in the chat. He says, "I'm so curious to see how Mannion will use these guys." Yeah, and not just our wide receivers. We talked about Johnny Wilson, who could play tight end, but how do you use a guy like Grant Calcaterra? How do you use a guy like excuse me, Eli Stowers? How do you use a guy like Dallas Goddard? These are ballers. These are guys that can definitely play, especially in the pass game. Obviously, we know what Grant Calcaterra brings to us as a blocker, but in the pass game, he's definitely a
He is really
baller.
good at
So
that.
yeah,
And
he
you
doesn't
got
really bring us
Johnny
anything.
Johnny Munt. Johnny Munt, and
Uh,
he's just there to block.
exactly. So I feel like him and Grant Calcaterra are just one person. If they could get away with just using one roster spot on them,
Put them together, yeah.
it would be a Hall of Fame player if you could
Straight
catch
up.
like him and block like him. But yeah, unfortunately, we don't have that. So what do you think? Like, if you're, I guess let's hop into his mind. If you're Sean Mannion, what are you looking to get out of these guys that maybe hasn't happened before? Are there like packages you're looking forward to? Are there routes you want to see certain guys run? Like, what are you looking to change day one if you're Sean Mannion?
Day one of man, if I'm Sean Mannion, I want to make guys uncomfortable and make them do things that they've never done before. You got to think about it. If you have one specific skill set, defense can kind of key in on that. If you got Grant Calcaterra, well, they made him block before. If they have Grant Calcaterra, I'm like he's not finna block. If I have Johnny Munt out
Mhm.
there, he's not finna catch. You got to make these guys versatile. Make them do things they've never done before. Like Saquon Barkley he's never really been a receiving threat. He had a few a few catches in Philadelphia last year and the year before that on the Super Bowl run. Even when he with the Giants in his prime, he did put up they did have him as a catching option, but it wasn't what he was primarily known for. And then Sean Mannion's changing that. You got Jalen Hurts. Not saying that he couldn't play under center. Not saying that he just wants to play out of the pistol, but he has him doing different stuff. So if I was Sean Mannion, what I would do is everything that you believe that you're good at, that comfort zone that you in, I'm taking you right out of it because I'm trying to make you a complete football player. So that's what I would do. Most of our wide receivers they do block, so I can't say anything along those lines. But maybe running different routes, maybe running a little bit of trickery, a lot of trick plays. The Eagles aren't known for doing trick plays. You see other people's quick pitch to the receiver, take a shot down the field. We've never done anything like that. So I'm looking forward for Sean Mannion to take these guys out of their comfort zone and make them do something different. Make them do something different. Everyone's just tired of more of the same. That's the reason why they bought this guy in. So I think that my answer, make them do what they're not comfortable doing. Make them elite at what they're not comfortable doing so that way they can become complete overall football players. That's what I would do if I was Sean Mannion.
Yeah, and I feel like these guys are young enough that you can do that. Like I feel like if you maybe with a guy like AJ Brown or a guy like Jalen Hurts, kind of stick to what they've shown they're good at. But especially guys like Eli Stowers and guys like Johnny Wilson, you can go down the line, right? So maybe guys like that, yeah, take them out of their comfort zone, have them learn how to build, and it is so young, especially at some of these skill positions. I just get nervous. I get nervous telling somebody like a Jalen Hurts, I know you don't like doing this, but just do it real quick. Like I feel like those guys keep them in their comfort zone, but I do like getting these younger guys to kind of do things that they haven't done yet. To me, it's just like we do on defense. Maybe having a little bit of a rotation, having different guys that can go in and do different things. I like that. I don't feel like we've ever had that type of offense where you see somebody come out like I don't know. Right now, it could be like a Mekhi Lemon. Maybe you take Mekhi Lemon out, keep Devontae Smith on the inside as a slot guy, and you put Eli Stowers outside, or you move Eli Stowers into the slot, and you have him and tight end Dallas Goedert. There's so many different things you can do. I would like to see that. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see them kind of shift things around and play with their tendencies. So I'm with you on changing some things, but I definitely want to keep some things similar to what they're used to because I don't want to go too far out of their comfort zone. But like Lane said, they're going to start getting help. They're on that offensive line. They're going to start moving guys around on that offensive line. So it's going to stretch that defense out. I love all of that. I'm totally down for all of that. That's stuff that we haven't done before. I'm cool to start seeing. I'm definitely cool to start seeing that because this team runs through our running game. If our running game is on point, everything else will click. So that's all I'm looking for.
I think we should do, but people, I've always said that people think like you can't do that because everybody needs fresh legs. You keep one wide receiver on the field, right? So let's say you keep Devontae Smith on the field, right? And then you use the other wide receiver to kind of like wear down the secondary. And then when they tired, you throw in somebody that's fresh.
Yeah, exactly.
You got Mekhi Lemon on one side tearing somebody up and be like, oh, okay, I got the tendency. Then you throw Hollywood Brown in. Quick little switch up.
Exactly.
To the argument that these guys have been sitting the whole game or whatever.
Or you have Devontae Smith playing in the slot, for most of the game, and then out of nowhere, Eli Stowers is there. So now your matchup is going from small and quick and speedy and this to big and quick and speedy. People are going to get beat up. Like they really are going to get beat up by our offense. It's going to be beautiful. I love it. I think that this offense has the potential to be very, 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 very good. And it has the potential to be very, very bad. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. There's definitely that potential. It starts with our run game and it starts with our offensive line. But what I've been hearing from Lane and what they said they're going to do with this offensive line, I feel confident that we can definitely be a good team. So we'll see. We'll see. Hilltop Time Sports says, honestly don't think Jalen has reached his peak. Maybe athletically right now, but from a pure passer standpoint, this is the start of his metric. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think this is a big year, and this is why we keep saying, I keep saying that I think it is definitely a make or break year for him. This year, you have to make that next step. You really do. I get what you did. I appreciate what you did. I'm forever a Jalen Hurts fan. I love him. But what you did doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, unfortunately. That's we're in the business that's what have you done for me lately. So you're
Absolutely.
coming off of a tough year. You got to go prove yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it's no hate on him. It's not he's not trash or anything like that. But you got to go out there and prove yourself every year.
Gotta
So
evolve every year.
yeah,
Every year is year
yeah.
one.
Yeah. What are some things you think? I think, like he said, pure passer standpoint. I think just being able to stand in that pocket, read the defense when the bullets are flying. I think that's probably his biggest thing. But what are you looking for, Jalen, in specific to get better at?
People gonna say I'm dumb by saying this, but maybe scrambling and running. Like 2024, he was on that. It was a little bit slower on the pickup, but this year it was like he
He
didn't
ain't want
really
to run.
run like that. And people were saying that it was because Kevin Patullo was telling him not to run and to be safe and to like manage the games and all that. But I need him to run more. He
Yeah.
came into this league as a running quarterback. He was a dual threat. He could run it and he could throw the ball. Now he's more of a I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna pick my spots, I'm gonna throw everything in. I want to see a combination of all that. Run it. That's what made Saquon Barkley so dynamic because you had him and you had Jalen Hurts in the backfield. If one, you got to account for both of them. Last year was kind of just like, hey, he's not finna run, and if he does finna run, we just load the box up a little bit because we're already kind of keying on Saquon Barkley. So I'm
Hmm.
thinking the passing is going to be there. The passing is going to be there. You can't just run a team by just running. So I'm saying this. If we can get Jalen Hurts to be the Jalen Hurts from 2020 to 2023 wasn't that good. 2022 and then 2024 and just mesh everything together, then he finna be all right. Like you said before, he's gonna have to throw the ball. He's gonna have to throw the ball. That's what we're counting on this year. He's gonna do that. But if he can just add that dynamic of just running the ball back into it, completely different quarterback, game changer, and a completely different weapon on this offense.
Yeah, I think that it's just making that decision. It's not, we know, like you said, we know you can run. We know you got the legs. It's just sometimes I don't know if he really listens to what people say, but sometimes it does feel like he lets what people say with that one read thing kind of get to him. And sometimes it feels like he's extending it a little bit too long in the pocket. If you see a lane, just freaking go, bro.
Yeah,
Especially if it's third and
yeah, to
four or
lose.
third and five. Just go, bro. Just
Yeah,
just go and slide. And I agree 100% with you. If we can get back to that point, it will be very hard to stop this offense. I mean, those read options will be deadly. It will just be very, very hard to stop this offense. I don't know if he wants to. I know some of it is him that he just wants to for the longevity of his career. He probably doesn't want to go out there running a bunch. And I think having wide receivers now that are more about getting open and more about finding those open spots and zones, I think now it'll allow him to get the ball off quicker because that's another thing that a lot of people haven't really spoke about when it comes to AJ Brown and even Devontae Smith and a lot of these systems. We're not letting them route people up. We're not letting them go out there and just make it, what I'm saying, get shifty on somebody. It's literally run and it's going to be like maybe a yard or two of separation at most. And Jalen Hurts is just throwing it into tight windows. You
yeah,
can't ask a quarterback to do that over and over again. Doesn't matter what quarterback it is. You look at Tom Brady, he doesn't throw in a tight window. That's not what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? He did if he had to. He had those moments. But to ask him to do that time and time again, that's how you lose. That's why
yeah.
you lose. That's why a lot of great quarterbacks are not good in the playoffs or not good when it really matters because you can't continuously ask somebody to save the game on every single play. And I feel like that's kind of what we were doing with Jalen Hurts. So I think just by extension of what this offense is going to become, I think that he'll get a lot better. I really do. Maybe the numbers won't look like it, but I think that we'll all sit here and be like, yeah, he had a great year. Shout out to my guy Show Nuff. You ever seen that movie? You ever
Yeah.
seen yeah, I love that
Yeah, Bruce
movie.
Leroy.
Yeah, I love that movie. Every time I see my guy Show Enough come in, I always gotta say it like that. But he said this is an offense where he'll actually run less. He probably will be asked to run less, but he'll have more opportunities. Just because everything will be quick hitters. That's what I'm more at. I need it to be quick, just all right, you step back and you're throwing. None of this like step back, wait a second for it to develop, then try and get it out. It has to be quick decisions. And if you build your offense like that, right? If you're building your offense around drop 3-step drop backs and get rid of the ball, then you as a quarterback have the obligation When you get on that third step to say there's nothing here, I'm gone. And that's what I want to see from Jalen Hurts. Just that foot in the ground. All right, decision. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Charmaine said he's still gonna have him running. He said he's not gonna take nothing away from Jalen Hurts' game, just elevate him. So, show enough, I hear you, but I'm gonna have to see it to believe it. So, we gonna have to agree to disagree. I think he's gonna put them burners on. It's gonna be a different game for Jalen
I hope
Hurts.
he does. I
Yeah,
hope he does. I remember that Saints game where he shook somebody out of their boots. I forget who it was. That was crazy. On his way to a touchdown. That was a beautiful juke. Texas Bird says, man, it seems like every year it's always the black quarterbacks who still have to prove something over and over. I think that there's truth, and I think there's truth to that, but at the same time, I think that in this business, it doesn't matter if you black, white, green, red, yellow. If you out here making money, you got to prove yourself. I think when it comes to media, I think that's maybe more of a talking point. Like I think Jalen Hurts gets talked about far more than a Justin Herbert does or a Josh Allen does.
yeah.
But I think when it comes down to money, if you ain't proving what you gotta be, they gonna move on from you. But I definitely agree with you to a certain extent. I definitely do.
I'd have to say I agree also.
Yeah, and Lucius says, don't be surprised if this offense looks a little like the one he ran in Oklahoma. I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
wouldn't be mad at it. I would not be mad at it at all.
I am. Do what they're comfortable with. Like I'm cool with that. Ask the young guys to branch out and try different things and grow and evolve. But you have to kind of balance that with this is a Super Bowl championship team. You know what I'm saying? This is a Super Bowl bound team, but we also need you guys to develop. That's gonna be tough. That's why Nick Sirianni is so great because you got to be able to balance both of them. You know what I'm saying? Beans and Greens podcast. Beans, greens, potatoes, potatoes. We're gonna get that song for the intro. I wouldn't mind that.
I
Now
kind of
I'm
like
hungry.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, now I'm kind of hungry. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can honestly 1998 Cunningham from Hertz. That would be beautiful.
that would be
That
that'd
would
be
be
that'd be
that would be
legit.
absolutely beautiful.
Can we
I
just
would
take a
love
second
that.
just to give Cunningham his flowers? That man could do everything.
He was fun to watch. He really was fun. It sucks because I feel like some of those teams deserve to win a championship and they just didn't.
Yeah.
Especially with that defense. That's just tough. Castro with the fresh cut. I'm going out to Miami tomorrow, baby. I had to, I had to look righteous. You know what I'm saying? I'm be with Fanatics and stuff. I had my, I'm going out to Miami to do the Fanatics thing. I had a conference call with Fanatics yesterday. That was probably the craziest moment of my life. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've done like,
Nope.
I've done different stuff and everything, but talking to a multi-billion dollar company, that was crazy. I've never done that. Shout out to Linda in the building says, if you want to see an application of this offense, go watch Tampa Bay tape from last year with wide receiver and tight ends. We
Man,
might have to do that. We
we
might
got
have to do that.
Rosari.
Just,
We got to
yeah,
have
just
that.
do some, have a little watch session. Shout out to Gridiron, ask Apex in the building, what's going on. So let me ask you a question. Obviously, we've been seeing a lot. We were gonna talk about Myles Garrett possibly coming to Philly. That's obviously not happening. But now the rumors switch right back to Trey Hendricks, right? That's from no Max
That's
Crosby.
probably
Excuse me. Yeah.
yeah,
Now there's always a different rumor, so I had to pick the right one.
yeah.
But Max Crosby, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I think the Eagles are fine. I think the Eagles should just hold on to what they have. I think that if you're gonna add to anything, maybe add a safety, maybe add something else like that, maybe add a lower end defensive end. But I don't see the use for a Max Crosby. I really don't. We had this conversation about Myles Garrett too. I just don't see the use in giving up all those assets for somebody that is only going to play maybe 30, 40 snaps a game. Maybe. So
Allow
I,
me,
I just don't see it.
allow me to retort. Am I Samuel L.
Of
Jackson?
course. Of course.
So, in the NFC, among the top three, the Eagles have been the standard. Can we agree but between top three and top five, the Eagles are the standard?
Hmm.
We've been right there with the Rams, and we just been beating that ass. We've been beating it.
Hmm.
Some games we shouldn't have won. Thick six. Thick six, we shouldn't have won that, but we've been beating that ass. And every so often, the little brother's gonna come back and it's gonna beat the hell out of the older brother. And that's the move they made with Myles Garrett, though. They was right
Yeah.
there with Jared Verse. I kind of feel bad for him because his career is gonna probably end
Yeah.
in Cleveland. And they go and they get Miles Garrett. This guy had 22 sacks last season. He averaged a sack and a half every game. We play them. It's gonna be a sack and a half on Jalen Hurts. And I'm not too right now with the offensive line that played last year. I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried. And the fact there's rumors, bro. There's rumors that Aaron Donald said he might bring his ass out of retirement to come play with Miles Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
Now they if he bring his ass out of his no big thick no neck having ass out of retirement, it's a problem. It is a problem. So that's why I'm saying that Harry Roseman needs to go and get if this does happen, go and get yourself a Max Crosby. For the fact that right now his stock is a lot lower because of what happened with the Baltimore Ravens. They wanted two first rounders right now. You're not gonna get one because apparently he felt that physical. The Eagles just got a 2028 first round draft pick for trading away AJ Brown and a fifth round draft pick. Here's what I would do. Because you talked about the draft compensation. We already got our draft picks in 2027. We got our draft picks in 2028. We got those two first rounders. I'll give you that 2028 first round draft pick, right? I'll give you the fifth too. I'll give you the fifth too. It's a pack of skills. You can have that. And I'm also gonna throw in Nolan Smith. Because you're gonna need an edge rusher anyway. You bring I'm about to say Miles Garrett. You got me messing up. You're gonna bring Max Crosby in here, right? He's always said he wanted to play for a gritty city like Philadelphia. You don't get no grittier than Philadelphia. You bring him
Facts.
in.
Facts.
You bring that man in, you get him to restructure his contract. And you have Jonathan Grenard on one side, you got Max Crosby on one side, and then you can rotate Jalen Hunt in. You still got Arnold Abichetti. Brandon Graham he's gonna get re-signed. And I don't know too much about that Joe Tryon Shorinka guy, but that rotation would be crazy, dude. And no quarterback would know what to do if we had those guys on the team. And you can get him for cheap. Miles Garrett went for what? First, second, third, fourth, and a player? Max Crosby not getting
Mm-hmm.
that. Max Crosby is not getting that. You'd be like, hey, I see, hey, we got this phone. Howard wrote me on that phone call. What's up, Raiders GM? How you doing? I see you got a disgruntled player. Here's what I'm gonna give you: a first, a fifth. Nah, I don't want that. But you know what? We will give you Nolan Smith, and they'd be like, you know what? I'll think about it. You got a young player on the upside not being used in his defense just because he can't stay healthy and he's kind of falling out of favor with the rotation. Because like we said last week, Jalen Hunt is extending. I won't get rid of Jalen Hunt, but if you can give those guys those two draft picks and a player that they could possibly extend, and you got Nakobe Dean over there who could probably hype him up to bring him in, absolutely, I'll make that trade 9 times out of 10. We
I
have
forgot that
we
guy
have
Nolan.
got to get better. We've gotten
I,
better, but I need to this team, bro. I love this team, and if we're not dominating, I'm not happy. We could win by 3 points,
I
I'm not
feel
happy.
you.
I want to dominate every time. If we can get a player like that for the cheap, somebody who's disgruntled, who has questionable physicals for the cheap, and you don't even got to start them the first week. You got everybody that we have now. It's all set to play and already engraved in the system. You don't got to start for the first 3 to 5 weeks if you don't need him to. Have them do that as a luxury. Bring his ass in for the cheap, work out another deal, and I'm telling you, my boy Hilltime Sports said nobody be able to stop us, and I believe it. I absolutely believe it.
I, I just don't want to give up that much. I get it.
It's
He's a
not
great
that
player.
much.
It is a lot. You're giving up a first round and a pretty good draft. I'll take away the quarterbacks because a lot of people just say a draft is good if there's good quarterbacks. But if you look at the defensive players that are going to be in the draft over the next 2 years, I don't know if I'm giving up a first. If you tell me I would give up a second, I would give up that fifth, and I would give up Nolan Smith. But I'm not giving up a first for a guy that might not be on our team by the time that first rolls around. That's my thing. And I know a lot of people would say, "Oh, we'll win a Super Bowl with him, and that's all that matters." But we'll probably win a Super Bowl without him. I just don't think he puts us over the edge. I think there's other positions that would put us over the edge if you wanted to use that much. If they said we're gonna go get Derwin James for a first and a fifth, I would be way more cool with that than a Max Crosby. Again, he's only gonna play 30, maybe 40 snaps a game, maybe. And we already know he has injury history, so you're trading a young injured player for an older injured player.
But he's
I
better.
just he
He's
is
better. If we
better.
get
He is
if we
better
get
when he plays.
if we
When
get
he
Max
plays.
Crosby, if we get Max Crosby, I will chop this leg off right now and give it to him. I don't give a damn. I'm about 5'8". He'll limp a little bit. I'll chop this bitch off right now. Yo, go and make it happen.
I feel you. it's just like me trying to think as Howie. That's what I'm trying to do. Me, the fan in me, I'm like, yeah, like let's just freaking do. I don't care. The fan in me is Sean McVay. You know, it's F them picks forever. Like I really don't give a damn. But once, the guy that goes to the Senior Bowls and the guy that covers drafts and stuff, that part of me is like, bro, you're gonna give up something that you don't want to give up if you do that. And that's my whole thing. That we got Nolan Smith with a number 30 pick. We got excuse me, Jordan Davis from a trade. Like we got a Jordan Davis from a first round pick through a trade. We got Jalen Carter from a first round pick through a trade. I just don't want to give up that first round pick. And I don't, again, I know people will probably think I'm hating here, but I don't think that the Patriots are going to be that good this year. I don't know if they're going to be that good moving forward. So I believe, how do I say this without sounding crazy? I think that there's a bigger possibility that A.J. Brown is the thing that takes the Patriots apart than his possibility of taking them over the top. I truly do believe that. I'm not trying to hate on that team. I just don't think that when you have that type of mentality, it's good for other players, especially young guys like Drake May, who has to build his confidence. Like, just because he had a good year doesn't mean that he's perfect, right? So when he starts messing up, when he's overthrowing A.J. Brown or he doesn't see A.J. Brown's open, then what? Then what's going to happen? So
that's their problem.
It is definitely their problem, but my thing is, I want to grip onto that first round pick. Like, I'm holding on to that Patriots pick like I've never seen a first round pick before because I think they're going to be trash. I really do think that by 2028 they are not going to be a good team. So
let's set the stage, right? You, Howie Roseman, you at the table with the GM from the Raiders, right? First round draft pick off the table. What are you offering? What are you offering?
Crosby?
For them to even consider trading Max Crosby.
I would go in there. My high watermark. Okay. Shout out to everybody in here. We got 50 people between all the channels. Be sure to hit the subscribe. Oh, and before I answer this, we do have one more channel, guys. We just started a Breaking Philly YouTube channel. So go follow that as well. We'll start putting some exclusive stuff over there down the line, but we're just going to try and build that up. But to answer your question, my high watermark as far as an offer would be, and I'm being honest, I will give you, what was this? Did you type that?
Nah. My brother Lucius the Show. Click that.
Oh, is it? Okay, I see. What is that?
It's like I don't know if that's a super chat or looks like a super chat.
Oh yeah, it's a super chat. Oh, this is a new I'm sorry, y'all. This is a new this is a new system I'm using. So I was like, why did it pop up over there? I'm gonna read that real quick. Hold on. But I would say probably a second. I will give a second. I'll give 2 mid-round picks. So like 2 fifths or a fourth and a sixth, something like that. And I'll give you Nolan because Nolan, at the end of the day, we're gonna have to get rid of him anyways. It is what it is. So I would give you like a second, a fourth and a sixth, or 2 fifths and Nolan. That's the highest I'll do. That's the highest I can do. Shout out to my guy Lucius the Show with the $5 super chat. He said, I'll give up Ojomo, Nolan, and our 28 first, not the Patriots, because I think it will be a top 10.
I said
that's not horrible. Yeah, that's not horrible. I just don't want to give up first. I just don't want to give up first. Ojomo's another one that probably is going to have to move anyways. So I wouldn't be against moving him earlier than, But that first, man, Howie's been eating with these first round picks, bro. Like, no matter where it is.
Yes, it's like, so next year's a big quarterback draft. We don't need that. I'm just trying to figure out what we would need in 2020. Well, 2028 is going to be retooling anyway because Cat's going to be running in and out. I don't know, man. I don't know. The 2028, we got hella picks. I think I'd do it. Probably not the Patriots one because that's going to be one of those picks that kind of was lottery picks. So it'd probably be high as hell. But I'll give up ours.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that you got to come to the table with a first. You got to come to the table with a first. They're not going to hear you out if you be like, yo, I got this second, fifth, and
I got this. I don't know. They might if they don't, especially if they know they're not going to have him for a couple years, like in a couple years anyways. If they're like, we're just going to have to cut him next year or the year after that anyways, because they're rebuilding. I I don't know. This is going to be something we talk about a lot because I know it's not going to die. I know this rumor isn't going to die.
It ain't going nowhere.
But I do want to read a couple of these comments. I kind of fell behind on the comments. Shout out to B. Jordan Brandon. Have you never met Brandon? You got to meet Brandon. He was me and him started this channel. Me and him yeah, I started the channel, but he was like on most of my shows in the beginning. Then he had a kid. And now he's too good for me, so it is what it is. But no, this is my brother, man. He said, y'all talk about Sirianni's no eye and team comment. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it. If you want individual
Bruh,
stuff,
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that, bro. He definitely took a
he-
shot at AJ.
I know what he be trying to say sometimes, but sometimes you just got to be direct. He said it first to Ringo. He can have Ringo for free. But sometimes you just got to be direct. And he don't want to. I'll see his face right now. Tampa Bay's old coach. Old coach.
Dungy?
No, Romeo,
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
he ain't give a damn. I'll be just like that. Sometimes you got to be politically correct though, and he wants to do the right thing. So I got it. It was a slight dig at AJ. I love it, especially after all that stuff that's going through. But Sirianni, dude, if you want me to kind of take back the stuff that I've said, just go ahead and just air it out. That Sirianni diss track would be the hardest of 2027.
Hell yeah.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
next year, hell yeah.
First off, F your first pick you gave. Shout out to Jonas. He said Lane Johnson has owned Miles. Lane Johnson has owned a lot of people. And now that he has help, which he has said himself, now that he's actually getting helped on the offensive line, oh, God, it's going to be crazy. Hilltime Sports says, do you think Donald gets triple teamed like he did before retirement?
You kind of, if he comes back, you can't. You can't. You got so many other people on that line. You triple team, run it back. You triple team Donald, then you got whoever's playing Miles Garrett is on the island. And I'm not confident. Lane Johnson is getting older. You got
Braden Fisk out there. You got Braden Fisk out there. You got Byron Young. They got a good defensive line. They got a really good defensive line.
Dude, I honestly think that I hate that I am biased. I'm biased. But I think it's going to be a two-team race this year. I think it's going to be the Eagles. It's going to be the Rams.
I agree 100%. I don't think that there's many other good teams. I think that is going to be that for the NFL. I don't really see many good teams in the NFL right now. My top 5 teams, all right, if I'm being 100% honest, obviously the Eagles are in it. No real order yet. But I would say the Eagles, the Broncos, I think the Rams, I think the Seahawks, just because of their defense, I think that is going to keep them up there. And number 5, I don't know. It kind of fluctuates. Like I want to say that the Ravens will get back into form. I want to say the Buffalo Bills might get that spot. I want to say the Kansas City Chiefs will get back into form. I think it's one of those 3 teams. I think one of those 3 teams are going to get back on track, and they'll probably be one of the top 5 teams. But that's my top 5. I don't think who are some favorites? I don't think that the Patriots are going to be back there. I don't think, who else is even really favorites? Like, there's really no good teams like right now.
You go by division. My top 5, definitely going to be the Eagles. Definitely going to be the Rams. Dang, we got the same Seattle. Because they running it back. JSN just took a big step last year. AFC. The AFC used to be scary. They're not as scary anymore. It's
At
crazy.
all, bro. That's what I'm saying.
The Chargers not going nowhere. The Bengals not going nowhere. Lamar Jackson lets me down every year. I'm not a Ravens fan, but I like Lamar, so I root for him. I go Buffalo. They got a bona fide number 1 and more, and then number 5. Number 5. I'm gonna go Raiders. That's a joke.
Really?
It's a joke.
Hey, whoa.
They asked. I'm not. You said the Broncos, bro. I'm not really sold on the Broncos.
Just because they got Jalen Waddle, and I like Bo Nix a lot. I like Bo Nix a lot more than people like Bo Nix. Like I just think that he's in a perfect position. I think that him and Sean Payton, if he's healthy next year, which he should be, I think just him and Sean Payton are the perfect match. I really do feel like that. And they have a good defense. They have Jalen Waddle now if he can stay healthy. You have good wide receivers outside of that. I think RJ Harvey could take that next step. So I like them. I can understand other people not liking them, but something just I just like them. I think that they're a good all around team.
I'll go number 5. I hate this. I hate to say it because I can't stand them, but I think that if they're healthy, we have to worry about the 49ers. I
Yeah.
can't, bro. I can't stand the
Yeah.
49ers. But
Yeah.
I
I think
can't.
they have a lot of drama right now. Offense is gonna be terrible next year. Unless Brock Purdy's really him, that offense is gonna be absolutely garbage. That's
You
the
know,
only thing I'm worried about.
first game
I-
they won though. Mike Evans made it
exactly.
last. He had those 11 years, a thousand yards, but leg, collarbone, Green Bay,
Yeah.
Green Bay ass.
He's broken. Green Bay could be good if their defense carries them, but I just don't really think. I don't think they're going to be that great. But Shy, let me get some of these comments. I'm just ignoring all these comments. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. We're just having good conversations.
Ooh,
Um,
wait,
yeah, go
Jacksonville,
ahead.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville could definitely
I'll
be
say
up
number
there.
5, Jacksonville.
Jacksonville could definitely be up there. Shout out to Eagles Dynasty 20. He said, "There's no I in team, but there is an M and an E." AJ Brown said. I like that. Has Kaboom, what's going on, brother? Said, "Good show, go Birds." We appreciate that. We
Oh,
appreciate that.
Birds.
Winston Mayer says, "What's good, Castro? I'm so happy AJ is gone. He did not want to be here. His effort on the field and his attitude proved that." You not lying. You
Facts.
not lying, bro. It's sad. It really is sad. This is one of those. I hated how Terrell Owens went out, but this is sadder to me. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I hate this even more. I think this is it's just corny as heck, but it is what it is. Hilltime says Josh is the only quarterback that he roots for outside of Philly. He's from 30 minutes away from me. Oh, that's not too bad. That's what's up. Show enough said he's also interested in the Raiders. Castro been rocking. How about a wrench? I got you. I got you on a wrench. Janine says Green Bay. Oh yeah, I forgot about Josh Jacobs. I totally forgot about
Yeah, I
Josh
forgot.
Jacobs.
He's in that situation that I don't want to. I'm not gonna publicly bring out there. So they might be in the need for a running back.
I totally forgot about him. Honestly,
You know
hey,
what?
we got a guy.
Name Will Shipley.
Yeah, named Will Shipley. We can send on over to Green Bay, and he white, so he'll probably love Wisconsin. He'll love all them cheese curds, bro.
Third or fourth. Third or
Yeah,
fourth.
yeah. Send me a fifth. I don't even need a third or fourth to be honest with you.
Some
If
gravy.
you want to send us a third or a fourth, I'll take it. But shit, I mean, we're not gonna use them. It's not like we're gonna really use them for anything. So unless we got like a bunch of bricks, we just want him to run into. It's crazy because there was times I felt like he was gonna be pretty good. Like there was some runs that I was like, okay, this dude might be good. This dude might be good. I like this one. He said, "How about Will Shipley for Micah?" I'll take that.
I'd do that trade.
I think that's
Oh,
fair. I think that is fair. Why go for Crosby? I think that's pretty fair right there. Eagles Dynasty 20 says Brian Baldinger said losing AJ Brown was addition by subtraction, and I agree with him. Baldy
I
has
agree.
some amazing takes, and he has some amazing breakdowns of film. So yeah, I agree with him too.
I
I
love
definitely
Brian.
agree with him too. Show enough says I think the Saints will shock some people. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right. Give
But
me your 5 sleepers. Go ahead. You can say what you're gonna say, but after that, I want to do 5 sleepers.
who's the Saints quarterback though? It's
Tyler Shug.
the old cat.
Ty-
Okay, the
no, yeah,
27.
he's 20. Yeah, he's like 26, 27.
But
But he's a dog.
they did get Jordan Tyson though.
And Chris Olave is no joke.
Yeah, I really thought we were gonna get Jordan Tyson, and then the
Yeah.
Saints grabbed him. I was like, because I thought that Mekhi Lemon wouldn't fall to us. But so your question is our 5 sleeper teams. All right, 5, no particular order. The Saints, the Panthers, Saints, Panthers. I said top 5, but I put the Jaguars on that side. Also, I have them on both lists. Let's say they're not gonna make the playoff, but they're gonna make a push. The Jets. The Jets. They
Mm.
they toured up. They got some good players. They got Kenyon Sadiq. Kenyon Sadiq. I wanted Kenyon Sadiq, so they got him. And then one more. One more. I'm about to say Oakland. I'll go to Raiders. That's contingent on what old buddy does and who they have starting their quarterback. Because I know they got Kirk Cousins over there. They just drafted Mendoza.
Yeah, that should be interesting. I think they're going to start Kurt and try and win. And if they start sucking, they'll probably just put Fernando Mendoza. And I think that's most likely their plan. I think that would be smart. This is very smart, though. He said, remember the, or not very smart, but this is very true. He said, remember, though, Warner was 28 when he made his first start. Very, very true.
Wait. We not gonna throw Warner out there. Warner was different.
Warner was different. He had those forearms from checking in food, from bagging groceries. So, that's a little bit different. But
Texans. Somebody
who you
the
said?
Texans. The Texans.
Texans,
Oh
yeah.
my God. Yeah, that defense. The offense ain't gonna carry, but that defense will.
Yeah.
I
will say
over CJ Stroud. I wanted him to be something so bad, but it's just like nah.
Yeah, that was a rough year for him. I think he still got a shot. So I think he still got a shot. They got a new quarterback coach, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see. We'll see. He's gonna need to definitely step it up. But that shows you people are all on Drake May's, Webos, but he might just fall off as well. But anyways, I'll say my top five or my five sleepers. I won't say top of my five sleepers. I love Panthers there. I think that the Texans changed their OC. I think he got a new QB coach too. But I do love the Panthers.
Yeah.
I think that what's his name? Bryce Young. I think that this is going to be a year for him. I think that he's going to take that next step. Last year we saw him getting better. We saw him get a lot better, in my opinion. And having somebody like Tet definitely helps. Don't get me wrong. And I think you'll see their running back. I think Jonathan Brooks is still their running back, right? And they got Chuba over there or whatever. But I think their running game should be improved. That offensive line should be improved. So I do think, obviously, they made the playoffs last year, and their division is straight garbage. So they should be able to make it again, right? Yeah. I don't know if this is fair to say, like the Lions. I feel like the Lions kind of fell off, and I think that a lot of people are kind of writing them off just because of.
You forget about the Lions.
Yeah, they're not. They had kind of a up and down season last year. Obviously injuries, but they have a lot of good players on that team. And just a couple of years ago, they were right there next to us when it was coming down to the Super Bowl. So I can see them making a push to get in the Super Bowl again. So the Panthers. I hate to say it. I really do hate to say it, but I'm gonna say it. The Cowboys. I think that
bro, I know you want to say the Cowboys.
If the Cowboys can, I hate them. But if the Cowboys can have some semblance of a defense, that could be a very scary team. That could be a very tough team to beat. The whole problem is they just do not have a defense, and I don't think it'll get in place that quick. I think it's going to take a little time for Christian Parker to do what he wants to do. But I'm going to throw them in there because I do think that they're kind of being not talked about, and they did have the number one offense last year. So I expect them to still have a great offense. If they can have a good defense, that'll be a tough team.
That's contingent on Pickens, man. He still hasn't signed he still ain't signed the tag yet. They got until July. Got into July now. I love it. If they be like, yo, Joe Pickens ain't signing, oh my God.
Come on down to Philly, brother. Come on down to Philly. I'll take him. I would take George Pickens just because I like that type of attitude. I would take him for a year just to be like, get him a Super Bowl and then send him somewhere else. I don't care. I'm petty as hell. I want everybody. It felt good that we gave James Bradbury a Super Bowl. Who are some guys that were on our team from other play? Obviously, Saquon. It feels good to take guys from other teams and give them a Super Bowl and then send them packing. So I wouldn't be mad at that. The Vikings with Kyler could be interesting. I don't think they will be good. Who do I have so far? I got Cowboys.
Oh, he signed a tag.
Well, he did?
I thought he was waiting until July. God damn it, Pickens! You ruined.
I don't think he did. I think there was like a big conversation about that.
Let me check that. Let me see. Pickens franchise tag.
Oh yeah, he did. All right.
placed on a 1 year non-exclusive, has signed a fully guaranteed tender. You bum.
Well, you just ruined our good conversation, Lucius.
You
No, I'm just
bum.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Not you, Lucius, man. I appreciate that. I didn't think he signed yet.
Yeah, I didn't either. That's my fault. All right, where was I? I had Panthers, Cowboys, and I said Lions. Yeah, April 29th. I don't know why I thought he didn't. Um,
Shit. That's 2 months off. I've been misinformed.
I'll say the Texans. I think that the Texans now, especially getting a Reed Blankenship, only adding to that defense, it does come down to C.J. Stroud, obviously in that offense. But I do like him, and I think they have good wide receivers, and hopefully this new OC can figure something out. My last one is going to probably be the Bucks. I really like the Bucks. I just think that they're a scrappy ass team, and I don't think that they're in a great division. So it's going to be between them and the Panthers. So it's going to be one of those two. I think that either them or the Panthers are going to come out of there, and I think that the Bucks, if they can stay healthy, if you know Baker Mayfield can stay healthy, I think they have a really good shot against just about any team. And they beat our butt so much; it's so annoying. Maybe I shouldn't have said the Cowboys, man. Maybe I shouldn't have said the Cowboys. I'm taking the Cowboys back. All right, I'm gonna take the Cowboys back because I'm gonna get beat up by my own people.
There's certain teams there's certain teams I won't give props to. I will not give the Cowboys. I won't give nobody in our division props. I will not give the Buccaneers props. I cannot stand the Buccaneers just because they used to put it on us, dude. And I'm glad that we got over that. I would.
All
I
right,
will
so I'll
not.
take them out. I'll take them out, and I'll say the Chargers. How about that? I'll say the Chargers. Maybe Justin Herbert finally figures out how to play quarterback after October.
McDaniels is
Okay?
over there, so we will see.
He has no excuses now. He has literally no excuses. McDaniels, man, he's another one. He disappointed me, bro. As a Puerto Rican myself, he should have came on over, man. He should have really
Oh,
came on
it pissed
over.
me off, dude. It
I,
pissed
I
me off.
was
We
so
were right
mad.
there. Like we ended up getting some. Okay, we in theory, on paper, we ended up getting somebody that fits. But this whole off season, it was McDaniels, Brian Daboll. I'm like, we gonna get one of them. We gonna get one of them. And then Daboll goes to Tennessee, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then he, of course, goes to L.A. Pissed me off. Pissed
I
me
was
off.
okay not getting Dabble. I didn't really want Dabble, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just thought his attitude and personality would have clashed so much with Nick. But Mike, I wanted Mike. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I didn't.
They rumble. Who you got, Dayball or
Oh,
Sirianni?
I got Nick. I think Nick could
I
fight. I
think
think y'all sleep on Nick.
I think
Yeah,
Dayball throw them things.
bro,
He bald.
Dable
He
fat,
red. He got no eyebrows. He got little to no eyebrows. Fight somebody
bro.
with no eyebrows.
I think if it's we talking like at a practice field or in the streets.
I'm talking in the streets.
Because in the streets ain't nobody jumping in, nobody pulling you off or nothing like that.
They
I
don't got
think
no weight.
Nick Sirianni is one of those dudes that if he's losing a fight, the fight is no longer a fight, and you are going to get hit with something. Like he's one of those like, oh, I'm losing this fight. Let me grab this trash can and throw it on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like Dabble, he gonna be like, wait. Yeah, I feel like Dabble is one of those like he's a karate dude, and karate only works when both people know karate. And that, like, you feel me? He's gonna be doing like wax on, wax off shit, and Nick Sirianni just gonna hit him over the head with a bottle. That's the type of thing. So that's why I think Nick Sirianni. I think Nick Sirianni just a scrappy dude. Who would you take? Who would you take in a one-on-one?
I'm going Brian Dayball.
Let
Especially if
me
you know
ask you.
karate. Especially if you know karate. You know
See.
martial arts, bro. Like I'm like, man, if you don't know it,
I
don't
don't
know it.
believe in I don't believe in martial arts in the streets. I feel like just because you know martial arts, it don't matter to me. If you get hit with something big and bulky,
If
you
I
gonna
kick you in
forget
the
all
face,
that.
if I
If
kick
you
you,
get there, yeah. If I can get to a pull quicker than you can get your leg up to my face,
okay,
your karate don't matter no more, right?
maybe,
Let me
maybe.
ask you this question, and this is what the streets really want to know. If it really went down, if it really went down in the practice field, who would win between AJ and Jalen?
I'm gonna go Jalen Hurts. He too
My
quiet.
wife just said Jalen too.
He too
As
quiet.
that's how I feel. Yeah, you can't trust the quiet ones. You can't trust the quiet ones, and he got dirt on him. You know what I mean? He'll just call that a masseuse real quick, and he won't be able to do nothing.
It's about people who loudest one in the room, dude. Always kind of like the weakest one. Like I'm not saying he can't, but I think Jalen Hurts would give him the work.
Shy said the Bears. That's a good team. I'm surprised neither of us said that.
Bears.
That is a good team.
You know what? You know what? Yeah. Oh, hey, Madden. Hey, get that curse. We got that curse. The curse was Patullo, but
I don't know
we got.
why he got that. I don't know why he got that Madden cover. I'm gonna be honest with
I
you.
think I know about to give it to.
If anybody's a Bears fan, I have a autographed mini helmet of his. So if you guys want to buy that off me, let me know. 'Cause I don't know why I have it. But Lucia said Nick Sirianni's punching Dable in his nuts off rip. I agree. It's gonna be it's gonna be like WWE.
Sweet.
Nick is I can't say that word. He's definitely using a metal pipe from the dumps. That's what I'm saying, bro. He ain't fighting, bro. That's how I feel. Once I know I'm about to lose this fight, it's no longer a fight. Now it's a fight for pride. Now I gotta make sure I don't look too bad. But it is what it is. It is what it is. That's I don't know how we devolved into into who would win between these two, but that's where we got, man. That's where we got. We got 50 people in here, man, and we already are past an hour. I didn't even realize we've been talking for over an hour. Yeah, time flies when you're having fun, man. Time flies when you're having fun. I do want to say real quick before we'll probably go for a couple more minutes. Quickly, shameless plug. Tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, I will be in Miami. I will be at the Fanatics Live warehouse. So if you guys could, I'd really, really appreciate it. Going and checking out my job, Memorabilia Mayhem on TikTok. I'm gonna be opening, and we were talking about guys we don't give credit to, but I will be opening a product with Theo Johnson of the New York Giants. So it'll be interesting. I have all my Eagles gear. I'm wearing my Eagles shoes. I have the Eagles Nikes. I have the Eagles Nikes from the 2017 Super Bowl. I'm going to be wearing them. I don't care. So it should be interesting. So I just wanted to say if y'all could help me out and just show support.
Shameless,
I would really
shameless
appreciate
plug. He hooked
I got
me
it.
up. Hook me up. Signed Devontae Smith mini helmet. Got that from Memorabilia Mania. Go ahead, y'all check that out. My man hooked me up. Go ahead, check it out.
I tried. And we're giving away a full-size helmet on Thursday and Friday. So just so y'all know. And if you're a Penn State fan, if you buy anything on the channel or you win anything, because we do breaks as well. If you buy or win anything on the channel, Theo Johnson's from Penn State. He'll inscribe it for free. So just so you know, it'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. But I do appreciate everybody. But yeah, is there anything you want to talk about before we get out of here? I just had to say that before before anything, because I got to do my promotion for my job.
Hey,
you
man,
know,
ain't no wrong, a little bit of a plug. I'm just saying. Only thing I'm looking forward to this mini camp. I'm looking forward to mini camp. I'm looking forward to football in general, dude. It's been too long. It's been too long. So looking to see what the team does in mini camp, see if that can transfer over to full camp. Also looking forward to. I didn't like this at first because I don't want to get this dude no shine, but I'm looking forward to the joint practices between the Patriots.
yes,
I got a feeling that they about to put the clamps on him. Q
bro.
on one side, my boy Q on the other side gonna put the clamps on him. So looking forward to that. So
I need an over under of if there's gonna be a fight. That's what I need. I need an over under because I feel like there's gonna be a fight. I just feel like Quignon's gonna say something to AJ or Hoop is gonna say something. They're cool, but when you're out on that field and especially you saw what apparently AJ Brown wrote on his picture when he left that he was the best to ever play. Yeah, that was corny as hell. But I feel like they gonna go after him and he's gonna get in his bag. He's gonna be feeling some type of way. Somebody's gonna say something to him, and I think that there might be a fight. I can't wait. And if there is, I'm flying down to Philly and I'm jumping on that field and I'm fighting with him, bro. Okay, let's go. Let's go, brother. I told my boss, I was like, bro, I would do it with any NFL player. I don't care what team they're on. It just can't be AJ because me and him will fight live on air. I do not care. The way he treated my quarterback is not cool. I'm not cool with him. It is what it is. If I saw him, I'll be like, hey, I appreciate the Super Bowl, dog, but you a punk, bro, and I don't like that. I can never be friends with somebody like that. But
Agreed.
I don't think he wants to be my friend anyways. It's all good. I don't think he's losing any sleep about not wanting to be friends with me. It
Indeed.
is what it is. But I appreciate every single Woolen. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Woolen will definitely
Well,
aggravate him.
I love it.
I
And he
appreciate
says he's
everybody in
talking
here.
trash. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
everybody,
Whew.
thank y'all for being in here rocking with us.
We could sit here and talk for hours about who we want to see fight. AJ
What I want,
Brown.
what I want for y'all, what I want from y'all, everybody in the chat or anybody who watches this back live, if y'all have any well, we always come to the table with things that we want to talk about. Y'all got any hot takes, any topics y'all want to talk? Drop them in the comments, and we'll throw them into the next show.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll even maybe do some like over the week stuff. Yeah, definitely go follow the other channel as well because we're gonna try and start dropping some stuff on there. Just maybe some shorter length stuff and have some fun over the week. But yeah, you got anything you want to say to these beautiful people? We still got 60 people in the building before we get out of here.
I'm always about giving people their flowers. I said it last week. I said it this week. I'm gonna say it next week. So on and so forth. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. It's been an hour, going on an hour, 10 minutes. Y'all stayed here. Y'all stayed connected, and it just shows me that y'all love this team as much as we do. We appreciate y'all, and we're nothing without y'all. Um, Continue to watch, continue to support, and go support our individual channels too. I got things we both drop weekly. Um, I got a documentary out, the AJ Brown documentary. He's a diva. Go check that out. And me and Castro got another one coming soon. We haven't kind of come down to the topic, but we got a few that we're working on. It's gonna be a joint documentary between the both of us, and I think you guys will all enjoy that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Like he said, you guys have been amazing. Appreciate all the comments. Appreciate all the love. We will be back soon. And guys, not only in our YouTubes and stuff like that, follow us on our socials. I know Shy is, and I know I am as well. We love talking football. We love talking birds. So it doesn't have to only be on this live. And maybe one of these days we can do a little call-in. I haven't done a call-in in a long time. Shy, we
I
might
love
have
it.
to bring those back. We might have to bring that back. But other than that, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's going to be. We love y'all to death. We hope y'all have a great, great week. And we will see y'all next week back here. And tell us what time's best for you. Last week we did Wednesday. This week we did Tuesday. So let us know what's best for you. We kind of got the same crowd. Yeah, we're just trying to get the motion in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. Fly goes fly. We
All
out of here,
day.
baby.
Be blessed. Wow.